What's up, guys? Oh, stretch. Sorry. Ian here, coach for your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 12 match of NCL Season 9, taking on Lux and the Hangzhou Sparkling Aria. He's challenged us. The team builder was honestly pretty brief for the actual team building moments. I talked more about the stakes of the match for me and for Lux. Doesn't matter for me, matters a lot for Lux. And I built 252 sets. I have 5 offensive mons. We'll see how this goes. Zarude comes, Passimian comes. I mean, it's like his top 5 like best mons basically. And excuse me, and Passimian. So no worries from my end because I kind of figured that he was going to bring like the best team possible, and then yeah, Ian versus Lux, and I'm just gonna like cross this off on the list so that we know that it's done. Like I said, this game doesn't really matter all that much to me, but I'm still gonna try and win. So let's see what goes on with this. I actually did adjust my upload for Amish to be much later because there's a distinct possibility I could play him in playoffs. So I've adjusted it to be a month later than normal now. So it was only a week later, and now it's going to be a month later. So there will be a long break. Like, you guys will have already experienced the gap, but there's going to be a huge gap between week 10 and week 11 uploads just because of playoffs and me wanting to hide teams. Into this matchup, I think I'm probably going to lead... I don't really have anything that beats Torn 1v1, but it seems fairly obvious that he doesn't have much that beats Thundy in a 1v1, besides like Zarude, and he might be like iffy on that. So I think I'm just gonna go with Thundy and click like T-Wave. Yeah, so this is the best matchup for me against Torn, so I kind of figured that this was the case. I mean, he's got a couple things he could do, but I think T-Waving is my best bet because I can catch like a Lottie or a Zarude with a T-Wave here. So that's what I'm going to do is T-Wave. Lottie, perfect. T-Wave off on the Lottie. Latias. I'm not really going to beat this down very easily. I don't really have a check to it either, though, so I'm just going to Dark Pulse. Kind of thought he would go Zarude there over Lottie, but we'll see what I do. See if I can Paraflinch this. I do not Paraflinch. It does 57 with Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse 57 is about right for uninvested, and I did about right for max HP. So I'm gonna Dark Pulse again, see if we can get a thing here. Oh, I got a crit para, crit para, and now I'll just T-Bolt because this isn't taking a T-Bolt, and T-Bolt will do the most damage to the Zarude if the Zarude is what wants to come in. So we got the kill. Nice little haxy moment there against the Lottie. In comes the Torn again. I guess I'm T-Waving again. I actually died to Icy Wind. That's crazy. It's Life Orb. Tornadus. Life Orb. I expect this game to go fast, by the way. All of our games usually are pretty fast. So, yeah, that would have killed me pretty much all the time because of Life Orb, because I'm assuming this is invested. I could go Slow King here, but the Zarude isn't chipped at all, so there's no real point in that. I'm wary about Heat Wave against Genesect. I mean, I could go Gyarados, but I think that the Zarude comes in on that too. So there's a lot of things that I think Zarude comes in on that I'm not like super pleased about. Heat Wave seems likely. I mean, I could go Cinderace. I'd probably die to Life Orb Hurricane though, right? Potentially. Blaze, Pyro Ball. If I'm in Blaze range, just Pyro Ball kill. Pyro Ball is a roll to kill back, so it's a decent shot at just like doing something here. And then I can always like low kick or like U-turn. The Heatran coming in, if it's Flash Fire, I can low kick that or like U-turn on the Rotom. I think we'll go Cinderace. Just risk it for the biscuit. Why not? Why not? He seems more hard-pressed to retain the Torn than I do. There's the U-turn, 13. So I'm going to sort of gauge that damage as well. Yeah, it's timid. So in comes the Rotom, which takes 20. Have to imagine this is Volt Switching, but I would never put it past him. Wait, it's 20. I'm not in Blaze range. It's max. I mean, obviously I just U-turn here, right? Or do I Super Fang? Maybe Super Fanging is the play. Weaken this a bit more. Does it matter? It might matter for Slowking. Just U-turn, whatever. U-turn into the growth. Shouldn't be able to take a ton here. Torn's inevitably going to come in, and I'm going to have to sack a Pokemon. That is exactly what's happening. I could have stayed in a Super Fanged. I thought that he would Volt Switch, but, you know, I never put it past him to just Hydro there. So Torn's inevitably going to get a kill here. Will Slowking actually die to Hurricane? Slowking. Torn. Torn's not that strong, but Life Orb is kind of putting it over the edge a little bit here. No, Slowking's not going to die. He misses Hurricane anyways, it's fine. I guess I just Ice Beam here, honestly. That's pretty much my best play, just U-turn. Zarude probably comes in. Rotom is an interesting decision. I guess it will Genesect. Get the boost. Boosty boost. Torn comes back in, I would imagine. He's just like going between them. I'm actually really shocked that the Rotom came in on the Slowking over Zarude there. What is he like preserving Zarude for? Is it only for the Gyarados? Now that he's like chipped with Rotom? Passimian. Interesting. Is this gonna kill me? I mean, he could just U-turn here too. Scarf CC, I'm in range of. There's the U-turn. We get to punish it a little bit though. In comes the Torn, which presumably U-turns on the Slowking. Or just does that, which is also fair. Also fair. He can kind of go for whatever he wants here, because he'll definitely kill me with like a U-turn. I don't think he risks the Hurricane. I'm going to go Tangrowth. There's the knockoff. Okay, so we didn't really get much out of that, but we see the whole moveset now, and we see that it doesn't have Heat Wave, so that's good to know. It's going to have to rely on Hurricane to kill Genesect. Probably Hurricane now. Does Gyarados take one? I take one. I take two. I take two, depending on the roll. He'd have to max roll me. No, I probably don't take two, actually. I probably don't take two. It seems worthwhile to try and sack something here. And he could always miss. I'll Leech Seed here. No, he doesn't miss, so no missing out here. The Zarude is going to come in, I think, if I go Gyara. The Rotom will come in if I go Cinder. We've seen that this has to lock into Hurricane to kill Genesect, and it's actually a roll to kill the Genesect anyways. So I'm going to make the aggressive play and just go Genesect. I can attack boost. Okay. An attack boost. I don't think it's worth my time. I think I have T-Bolt here. U-turn. Yep. Screw you. Okay, so Gyarados is in a better spot now. Gyarados is actually in a really decent spot now. I'm actually just going to hard Gyara. So I can sort of play around this now that he sacked the Zarude there. I wasn't screwing around with that. He knew that I was going to go for the Techno Blast, or at least he was under the impression I was going for the Techno Blast, and I was not playing around with that. Rotom Wash. Rotomouth the Washest. This should die to a Whip. This should die to Whip. As long as I Mega. Do I have to Mega? I don't have to Mega, but I should Mega, because then it'll die to the Whip. +1's important to outspeed the Torn, and I am outspeeding Pissimian, so I would outspeed that. I can just Dragon Dance in his face. T-Wave, maybe? Willow, okay. So, status burned. So Burned Whip is not going to kill this, but if I DD again... Oh, Burned Whip won't kill this, but if I DD again, it will. So I'll just DD again. Pain Split gets a little bit of HP back. 82. So... I mean, I definitely just whip here, right? Or do I DD again, so that I can guarantee kills after... +3? +3 kill 88%? Yeah, it should definitely kill +3. There's the Volt Switch. In comes the Pissimian. +3 against Pissimian. Waterfall should kill this, no? Oh, I actually don't kill. Okay. Maybe we flinch. No flinch. Well, I'm regretting not just whipping the Rotom now. In comes the Torn, because of course the Torn comes in. I'm going Genesect again. You still have to hit a Hurricane and get a roll. Not that it matters much. Genesect against Torn, because I can't kill at this range. Life Orb. Still has to hit the Hurricane and get the roll. I'm at... Oh, this is uninvested. What am I doing? Of course it kills me. He still has to hit it. Then T-Bolt Para. No, doesn't matter. Okay. Going Slowking. Clicking Trick Room. We're gonna go ham. Clicking Psyshock. Boom. Damage. This is so rude. But there's nothing I can do to break myself out of this, so it's really not that big of a deal. In comes the Tran. I guess I just low kick you. Toxic. Maybe you're giving me a kill here. Maybe you're Choppel. No. Kind of no point in not just like low kicking again. The differential does not matter to me whatsoever. You're gonna kill me with Volt anyways. I'm not in Blaze range. U-turn's my strongest move. I could Super Fang. It's irrelevant. I'm going to lose to the Torn afterwards. But let's calc it anyways, because Lux's differential might matter. He has to win like 2-0 to guarantee Revan. U-turn is doing less than Pyro Ball. And I'm definitely dying to Volt Switch plus thing. If I crit Pyro Ball, I'm not killing, but it's still my best play, so. Oh, he had swept me anyways, I forgot about that. Yeah, Pyro Ball was definitely my play then, because he volted and crit GG. He wouldn't have killed me and I would have gotten another kill. And he would have won 2-0. But whatever. Like I said in the team builder, this game did not matter to me whatsoever. I very clearly did not prep for offensive Torn at all. I think I played well around the Zarude play, but I had nothing to outspeed Torn, and that was like on purpose. I didn't bring anything to outspeed Torn besides Gyarados, and the Will-O-Wisp really cucked me. What I should have done was just whipped the Rotom. That's what I should have done. And then I would have actually been in a spot to win this game. But because I fucked around with the Rotom, I lost. So anyways, that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys for quarterfinals against unknown opponent. I'll let you know in the team builder who I pick, obviously. Enjoy.